everyone, welcome back. It's Sunday and it's Angela here, just bringing you a little project for you to do today. This was a fun one. It has taken me a while to do, so I have actually put together a little template for you to use to make it much easier, so it won't be as long as I've spent on it. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. I really love this one, and it would be a lovely addition to put in a journal because it's pretty flat, but it's also a lovely gift or happy mail, and with the festive season coming up, you know, we are always looking for crafty ideas to send off to our crafting friends. So this is what I've got today. I'm calling this a Christmas wallet. It doesn't obviously have to be a Christmas theme, and yeah, well, I'm calling it a holiday theme. So there we go. Let's have a look inside. I'll stop nattering and then we can put this together. All right, so I've just put these little few bits here. These are some of those skeleton leaves and one of my lavender bits, so my metal die cuts, just to add a little bit of decoration. So I'm putting that there. I've got this gorgeous blush ribbon that I got from Plum Boutique, and I actually got this with my autumn journal that I did, so I had some of this left over, so I thought it was perfect to go with this. So I've used my Happy Holidays kits, my digital kit collection. So let's go and have a look in here. So you can see that's the other side of this Christmas wallet. So I'm going to undo this. I've tried to make an easy closure, but there I will talk you through some other ways if you don't have an eyelet at your disposal. So I have put a little eyelet in there. That's one of the little pink ones from We Are Memory Keepers. So I've just tied it through there so that you can tie this around, or like a bow like I did. So you could also use buttons and other methods as well if you don't have an eyelet crocodile. Right, so we open this up like this, and we have these three sections here, and I'm going to just show you what I did very quickly so we can get started on this. Got a little vellum pocket here. I've got some little bits which I've backed onto my lacy paper, which I love to use, just from my ephemera kit. So that's those go into that pocket over there. Then just one of these little mini envelopes from my add-on kit. I've just put that into the top over there, and then in the back here we've got behind here we've got a little pocket, and I've just put some other little bits from my ephemera kit in there. So that's those, and I love those little girls. So these are just little bits you can write on, nice little journaling spots, or decorate your journal, and that's what's going on to the side over there. Then in the middle I've just made a little belly band onto the middle section there. We've got these lovely postcards from my ephemera kit. I have backed this onto tea stained paper. I've stamped on the top there. Somebody asked me the other day that I use archival ink and potting soil. It's not black, it's dark brown. All right, I'm not a user of black ink really. And then this other one as well, I've backed onto the lacy paper, and I love how this brings a vintage feel to everything. So those are going to go into the belly band over here. See, so it's all pretty flat, so it works well. Then over here I've got a little tag that's peeking out over there, like that, and that goes into this little pocket here. I was taking photos before while the light was good, so that's probably why it's sticking out. And of course now, because I want to get it back in, you know, that's not going to happen. There we go. Right, and then I've got one in here as well, so that's just another little one. Again, bits from my kit, ephemera kits. This is a little die cut from that garden. Oh, I'll put it in the link below. All right, so this little pocket flaps out that way. This little one flaps out that way. You could write something there. You could also put some tea stained paper there. You've got lots of places to write over there. All right, so everything here is pretty much part of my digital. Oh, I have got one thing that I haven't added in here actually. Let me just grab it quickly. If I can grab it, it's running away here. Is I just made a little journal card as well and laid it up, and that was meant to go into the back over here. All right, so we've just got a little bow sticking out there. Okay, so that's everything that we're going to put together. I'm going to show you how quickly this is to do. There are no envelopes involved here at all except for whatever if it was here is either from my collection or from this template I'm going to share with you now. All right, so that all folds up very nicely. And closes up as I showed you earlier. So I'm going to just put this to the side just so that I remember what I've got to do where. So I'm going to leave it at the top there. And then I'm going to share with you the templates that I've made. So I made these this weekend after working on my prototype, which I've just shared with you. And you've got 3 pages really. So everything that you need here is going to be used in our wallet, except for this one here, which is for another thing. All right, so that's everything that we've got here. Right, so that's the template. You can find that in my Etsy shop if you're interested. I will put a link down below. And of course, at the moment, I do have a coupon running in my Etsy store. It is called, the coupon code, sorry, is November 15. If you look in the description box below as I'm talking, you'll see that's valid until the next Sunday. So I'll put the details down below in my description box if you're interested in that. So go and grab this at the same time. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. What I did with those, I cut all of these out, and I'll show you that there quickly. I've cut them all out, and that is what I've just used to put the whole pocket together. So go and cut this all out. I have just cut this out on a 60-pound weight paper. It worked perfectly, but when I get a little bit more time, I usually take like cereal box, mount this on here with glue, and then cut it onto a thicker backing. But I had no problem doing it on the 60-pound weight. I've used my prints that ran out of ink or whatever to do so, so it worked perfectly. All right, so go and cut those all out, and then you go and trace out whatever it is that you need. On each one it tells you how many pieces you need to cut. So for example, this is the liner, you need 5, you know, and whatever it is. Okay, so all right, so the first thing you're going to need is some craft paper. All right, so I've used 2 sheets of this crafting paper. You can use it in an A4 size or a US letter. I've been very mindful of the fact of the widths and lengths of the US letter. So I have not exceeded 11 inches in length. Or what is that? That is, I think that's 28 centimeters. So yeah, we are going to work within the boundaries of both of those paper sizes. You'll be glad to know. All right, so you just need 3 sheets of that. That's all you need. So I have measured the 11 inches, and I think that's 28 centimeters. Let me just double check that. 28 centimeters in length, and I have cut that off. All right, so you want to do that with both pieces, 2 of the 3 pieces. And then what I've done is, for the width wise, the A4 is only 8.3, but I have actually measured it to 8 1/8 of an inch in width, and that's 20.7 centimeters that way. So it's just a slither off if you're using an A4. So you want to do that to both pieces. So your finished pieces will be 8 1/4 by 11, or 8 1/8 and 11, or 20.7 and 28 centimeters. All right, so you want 2 of those like that. Then what I've done is I have divided this up into sections. I have scored a line 3 5/8 of an inch from the left hand side, or 9.2 centimeters. I have also then done that for this middle panel, another 3 inches and 5/8. I'm not great with the inches, or 9.2 centimeters. So it's the same for these two. And then the last one here is 3 11/16. I hope I've said that right, or 9.4 centimeters. So this is just a fraction bigger than these two over here. All right, so I've drawn score lines across both of these. So I just had the one underneath the other like that. And those are going to be our fold lines. All right, now you can see that I've got a little funny line going on there. And within these little pieces here, the templates, I did cut a sort of funny line which is just going to be a dip line really, so that you can grab the goodies inside. So it's this funny piece here. It's just a case of putting that over the edge there and then drawing the underline shape just to give you a bit of a dip in the envelope there. Make easy access to the goods that are inside. All right, so that's what this funny piece is for. All right, okay, so what I want to do now is, and you don't have to do this, but I'm going to go and sew just around the 3 sides here. But before I do that, I just want to trim off this bit over here, so we can do that ever so quickly. Right, so we've got those there, we got that at the top, we got that which is straight, and then what I did was I needed to cut out another piece, which is called the wallet flap. Right, so you're going to cut one of those out of your craft paper. Now this isn't very thick, this craft paper, but because we're putting other layers on top of it, I'm not really worried about that. So I've cut out one of those and I've drawn a score line where the fold line is marked there. Okay, so just want to move that aside quickly. I want to just fold that on the score line there. Just going to give me an indication here. Take the piece below that doesn't have the indent cut out. Now bearing in mind the wider bit is at the top here, those are 2 narrow bits. I want to just stick this on the inside here before I go and stitch around the edge. So I'm going to go and do that quickly. Just a little bit of glue just to keep it down. And then we're going to just get that in place here. And I just want to, don't want the fold line to go, it's just slightly short of where I need it to be. So you can see the fold line is just above the end of the paper. All right. Okay, so we've got our flap on there like that now. Right, just use that. Oops. All right. Now what, I think I must just put a little bit more glue on here just in case. There we go. All right, now we've got the flap side, we've got the underside like that. So make sure this bit is at the flap side like that. And as I said to you now, I will go and stitch right around to the end. Now you will have a little gap there, that doesn't matter. Just tap them on the base to line them up on the base side. All right, and then use these little clips, which I love, just to keep it together like that. And when I come back, I will have stitched around there. I'll see you in a minute, everyone. So effectively I did end up stitching just across there before I joined the two together. You're not really going to see it, but just to secure this flap on here. Now you can see I've just stitched around those 3 sides like that. Effectively we have made ourselves an envelope. All right, but I know that lots of people don't have envelopes everywhere, so this makes it all easier that we're working on the same size. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to put some covers on here, and this is where this is going to speed things up. So the first bit I'm going to talk about is this bit here, which is the top pocket liner. This is the bit that's going to end up going onto this piece over here. All right, so you just needed to cut one of those. Right, so here we have the first bit that I've just shown you. This is then I've cut this out of the papers from my background kit. So I've used pretty much, if I just grab these here, these ones. So I'm going to use that section for that page. I'm going to use this one a few times, that one once as well. I've used quite a lot of the pink. A little bit of the green as well, and then I've also used the one that looks a bit like, well, it looks like this, so the gold one as well with the font. All right, so those are the ones we're going to use. So I've inked them and I've prepped them. What we want to do now is, before we stick that one on, we've got our little crease lines here that we've scored. I want to now just make sure that I get those folded to the size that they need to be. So it's easier when you've got it sewn together to do this. Now guys, you don't have to sew it, remember, you could have just glued it. This is going to be used as a pocket, so it's absolutely fine. And now I just want to do this last score line over here, and just keep it level with this edge here when you do this. Alright, and then just get that folded like that. So now when we fold that one over and we fold this one over, and then we've got our little one here, you can see we've got a little bit wider there, just so that it doesn't hinder this flap turning over like that. Alright, so that was what I realized when I put it all together. We live and learn, so you've got the benefit of my experience here. Right, so we've got this piece. This piece needs to go and be stuck down over here. I'm probably going to use my Fabri-Tac. It just gives me a few seconds longer. You can see I've used a piece that I ran out of ink, so you know, I make use of all those pieces that you need to stick down. I save all those sheets of paper in a tray, so that when I've got to cut, you know, print out bits for ephemera or tags, because I back them onto anything that needs a backing, I use my paper because it's good quality paper, you know, and I don't want to waste it. So yeah, that's my recommendation, you know, make sure that you don't waste any of your paper. Okay, we want to make sure that's all right here. Move that down a little bit, and you know, if this was the art glitter glue, you wouldn't be able to do this. All right, so we've got that one in place, so there's that one there. So that's great, first one done. Now I want to do this bit here. This bit itself has a little liner bit that looks like this, the wallet flap liner. It's angled slightly, so that's going to tuck into there and line that whole section up like that. All right, so we cut one of those, and I did that in a lovely pink shade, and I've also marked the fold line there, so the crease line. All right, so again, I'm going to just stick this all down. I hope you guys are all excited about the A to Z and have been following along. And of course, I'm now starting, this is the first little project with the Christmas kit, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. Yeah, and I'm excited to get going on the journal as well. And I hope to bring you the whole layout of how it's going to work together on Tuesday. So bear with me there. Okay, so we've got that all lined up. Quite happy with that. I'm going to just use my bone folder to make it nice and smooth. And this is so easy when you've got these template bits. Honestly, guys, it's taken me all weekend to work out how to do it. So, you know, this is like so easy. Right, now I've got the font one. Make sure it's in the upright position. We want to stick this down over here. Again, be mindful of the fold lines. The way I've worked it is so that we don't have to, you know, it won't go into the fold lines, which is going to hold it back if you want to fold it. So just be careful of that. yeah, I've seen some lovely ladies doing the A to Z, and I'm going to try some of those projects myself. So yeah, I encourage you to do the same. Okay, so again, I like to just hold that up so I can see if I'm going straight or not. Okay, so we need to get it just a bit higher. There we go. And that one is there, so I'm spot on, spot on. Right, so okay, now what I'm going to do is I've got something to make before I stick this one down. I'm going to carry on with a few bits here as well. Right, what I did was I took my little strip that looks like this. It's the piece that says belly band cut 1 and vellum pocket cut 1. So that's going to be a pocket over there, but it's also going to work as a belly band base over here. All right, so we're going to have it in 2 different colors. What I did was I cut the green bit out in the belly band width. I've then cut out a bit here with the same as that. I just wanted to back it onto something to make it a little bit firmer. So it's just slightly wider. You can make it as wide as or narrow as you choose. So I'm going to just stick that down like this. This is such a lot of fun, and I think I'll be making a few of these for Christmas gifts this year. You get on a roll, and it's been so relaxing listening to the audio book, and you know, which I love doing, and just rolling out these, which is easy with the templates. So you know, of course you don't have to use a template, you can do it yourself, which is not a problem. Right, what I've got is a little image over here that I want to just find. I had it here, here it is. So we've got the little angel with the pinks and the blues and the aquas. That's from my ephemera pack. I'm going to just stick that over here. So I'll stick that down quickly. Now you could sew the edges of this and make it really decorative. I am a big one for that, but I'm not on this occasion. I'm holding myself back. All right, so I'm trying to, you know, not do that too much. Right, Merry and Bright, love the sentiments for the Christmas journal. Happy holiday sentiments. And I've got loads there. This is from the smaller one, so can't go wrong with that. So we've got that there, and we're just going to stick that just over there. Okay, so we've got that done. Right, so we've got our little belly band done. That's going to go just over here. And what I have done already is put down some of my double-sided tape. So, all right, so now we can just stick that down at the top. Move it down a little bit. And that one over there. Okay, so we've got the belly band down. And then, as I said, I have got some vellum. I did try and attempt to put this onto it, but I don't think my printer was having a bar of it because it had run out of ink. So I've just got a suggestion of this here. So it's not really, but you can't notice, it's just got a little bit of gold on it. So I can't reinvent this one at least. Okay, so yeah, you do get some happy accidents sometimes when you run out of ink, don't you? Right, so I've got my glue there. Okay, so we've got our pocket there. We've got that bit here. Let's go and tackle this bit. Now, as I said to you, I'm going to put this one down here. This does go in the upright position in that way. But what I need to do quickly is make the 2 pockets. So I'm going to just move that to the side. I have cut out the pockets. Now the pockets use this pattern piece here, which is flip out pocket. All right, it's got the fold lines like that. You need 2 of those. So I have cut those out. One in the pink and one in the gold, the polka dot gold. Right, so I've got them folded already on the fold lines and inked up. I want one to go this way, so I'm going to have that one going that way with a flap on the left, and then this one I'm going to have with a flap on the right. All right, now again, I've used a reprint. Gosh, using all the reprints looks terrible, doesn't it? Right, so I'm going to just put as close to the edge as I can go. I want to just put a little bit of glue on the side there and at the bottom. So I'm just thinking now. Right, and make sure you know which way the flap's going to go so you don't stick the wrong side. All right, so I've got the flap on the left, I've got the flap on the right. All right, now I want to stick down my little bits on here. So with these, I just cut out a couple of circles from my ephemera pack. So I've just cut them out like that. All right, so they are from my ephemera pack, and I'm going to just put one on each. So I had, it makes no difference, I'm going to just do that. Now I had a little snowflake, so I've got a little snowflake I've cut out of this I know you said fabric paper. You know, between the fabric, the ribbons, the paper, you don't know where you are half the time. Well, I don't. Okay, so I want to just stick this down here. I think I'm going to put it on this side like that. Yeah. And then on this one, I just had a little leaf, and I'm going to just stick it at the base here as well. So it's just one of these that come from one of my leafy bits. I think this is the one I showed you before, which name eludes me at the minute, but I'll look for it and put the link down for you. And this one we are going to, what are we going to do? Oh, this one I was going to put this side like that. And yeah, I'm going to put a little sentiment. I'm just making sure, I keep thinking I'm going to get it wrong with the sticking them down. Now, in my sentiments, I had a couple of pages that didn't have the little frames around them. All right, so it was like this. So I have now taken some of these, torn around them, because I'm using the ones like this one over here in a lot of the journal pages. So I wanted to make sure, because I had these, I wanted to use these. So I've torn out a couple of these from the sentiments. I've got Under the Mistletoe and Merry and Bright, and I've just torn these with my hands. All right, so I thought, right, Under the Mistletoe, we've got a little bit of greenery in there. I'm going to stick this one over here. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, these are little pockets done. Quick, quick, quick. Now we want to go and get them sorted on here. So the way I do it is, well, first of all, let's put our tags in and get that done. So sorry, I'll get back to that. Right, the little tags, they also have a little sizer pair thing. So it's named like that, but I actually cut them out like this. This is slightly narrower. Two of those in card, and then I have covered those. So I've had card like that, and I've covered them with this, and those little tabs, these I've cut out two, folded them in half, and then I stick them down before I stick this on top. All right, so that's what those are. I've stitched around those like that, and then I've taken two of the little bits from my ephemera pack, and I've got these two, back them onto a bit of paper, and I'm going to stick those down just like this. I've just got a little snowflake for the one, and a little sprig for the other of my die cuts. So I think I'm just going to make that one on there and that one on there. So, because I did it the other way with my others, but that doesn't matter. Okay, anything goes. Everything here goes together. So let's put a little bit of a goodie there and a little one of these here. Right, sorry. Right, before I stick these down, I've just taken my whale tail punch. You can use a circle punch, anything that you have. I just want to make a little one of those. And the same with this one. And there we go. And going to just ink up. Now I'm using these little beauty blenders, which are not crafting tools. One of the ladies in the Facebook group, my Facebook group, talked about these, and I thought I'd order them. And you know what? I'm addicted. And they were really cheap from eBay, and yeah, I can't get enough of using them now. I've got a box of 10, and they were like for next to nothing. I think I paid less than £7 for 10, and that included postage, you know. So I recommend them. I'm not quite sure what they're called, little sponge beauty blenders or something. I'll see if I can find it. Right, so I've got one like that, I've got one like that, and now what you want to do is you want to stick it onto this piece of paper. Right, so the first one, and that's why I put the tab in first, just so that I can see that it's not going to extend over the top of the page. Right, so I've got the flap, I've wrapped it nice and snugly there. I'm holding it in place, and I'm going to stick this down. So if you do it like this, then it'll lie nice and flat. Just put some glue down. Right, so there we go. All right. And then the other one, we want to get onto the bottom. So we've got the flap. Tuck it over there, and you want to make sure it's not going to touch that one. All right. Fold that over. And again, put some of your glue on over there like that, and get that one down. All right, there we go. Right, now we're ready to stick this on over here. All right, so again, you want to make sure it's not going to go into that fold line, but now you're ready to turn that over, and we will get this stuck down. Okay, so it's coming together beautifully. Now before I load it up, I want to just do the back here. This one's the one I want to go in the middle. This one's the one I want to go over here. And this one's the one I want to go over there. I'll just cut the edge of that page so I could get the roses on there. Okay. For this little flap over here, I took the wallet flap liner. I cut out a piece, but I didn't make it quite as long as that because I don't want it to go over the fold line. So I measured 2 inches exactly, or 5 centimeters from that top edge down there, and I cut it off. All right, so that's what I've done there, and that bit then will fit over here without affecting this fold line here, otherwise it lifts. So I'm going to stick this all down now. Okay everyone, so we've got the bones of that done. So I'm very happy with that. Now I'm going to put the closure on. I just want to fold this, reinforce this fold line here, and just bend that up nicely. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, if you were wanting to put on a button, so for example, when you close this all together, so let's just do that quickly so that you can see. And you will need to just reinforce those folds as you go. So we've got that bit there. Right, and then this bit will come over like that. There we go. And I prefer it with the spotted bit there and that bit there. Now, what I would do is before I stuck, or you don't have to do anything here really. You can actually sew a button on there, and the middle bit here, before you stick on this front bit, you can actually stick a button on there, and then tie a little thing on there if that would suit you. If you would prefer not to use a eyelet, or you don't have a crocodile or something like that, you could put Velcro on there as well, the Velcro spots, and that'll hold it closed as well. All right, so it doesn't have to be an eyelet, and that's just up to you. I will put the eyelet in quickly. Just take my crocodile and have a steady hand. Put that through there like that. It is easy with these. There you go. But buttons work just as well. I have done it with a button before. Alright, so we've got that done. We'll get our ribbon in a minute. Now it's just a case of filling up what needs to go in here. So we've got our little tags in there. We've got our little bits that need to go in the middle over here. So there we go. And then it's just a little envelope, the little mini envelope, which I'm tucking into this bit here. And then our little bits like that. I'm going to stick those in over there. And then, as I said, it's one of these made with a journal card base, which is, you could do, I've got two different ones here. All right. So that's going to go into the top. I'm going to put it in the middle because that's where the dip is and the little ribbon sticking out. And then we've got our two little angels and a little journal card over here as well. So I'm going to just put those in a row there and get those stuck in to the side. So lots of bits to write on, definitely. Okay, I think that is everything. We've got our bits in there. Yeah, I've got my tags in. So it's just our ribbon now. So the ribbon I've got here is Blush Silky Crush, I think it's called. But you can use anything that you have, guys. Right, I like to just fold it over, get it in half first. So that's the first thing. Put it in half. So there we go. Lovely colour this. Like that. I just fold the corners like this. Like that. Then I put it through here. And we can put it all on. Of course, you don't need to have a attached closure. You can have a unattached closure. And I've done that before too. And just carefully pull that down. Just carefully. And I know I struggled with this earlier. There we go. I'll faff with it a little bit later again. Right, so we've got that there. Then it's just a case of that goes in there. That goes in there. That closes like that. And then we can have one this way. Like that. And then one the other way. There we go. And I managed to do that on camera. Isn't that unbelievably amazing? I don't normally win with that. Okay, so there we go. Right, everybody, I am looking forward to seeing what you go and do with your Christmas wallet. And I would love to see it in different themes as well. I think this is going to be amazing. Beautiful birthday gift, Christmas gift, just because you're awesome gift. You know, you can't go wrong with that. And then I just added in a couple of bits and pieces here just to, you know, those skeleton leaves, which I love using and I will be using again. I'm going to just tuck those in over there like that, just to sort of pretty it up a little bit. There we go. All right, so we've got 2 of those. I'm not going to fold the other one and hassle around with it now. I hope that you enjoy that. Go and give it a go. It was such an easy task to do. It was lots of fun. And you can be rolling these off for crafting gifts for the family and friends. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday, where we'll be putting together some pages for our Christmas journal, so I look forward to that. Have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Bye bye.